All right, welcome to the Not.a.prepper channel. I am Not.a.prepper. Um, I'm going to use my Ecoflow Delta 2. I'm going to try to test it on a little refrigerator, not a full-size fridge. So I'm just kind of looking at this here. This is the Ecoflow Delta 2. It says it's a 2,700 watt battery generator, but I'm focusing on where it shows you that's what it would protect at a surge level. It's actually a 1,024 watt hour battery capacity. So it says it would run a regular fridge for about 14 hours. I'm not testing it on a regular one. Um, Lights 31 hours, recharge a laptop 16 times, recharge your cordless batteries a few times. Was that 14 times? Um, if you want to recharge it back up, you can use your AC, solar, car, or a smart generator. This thing, it's got multiple outlets, 6 AC outlets, 2 USB-A output, 2, I don't even know what that one is, DS, 2 USB-C outputs, 1 car output, 2 USB-A fast charge. And it shows that it's a zero emissions. Okay, great, it's a solar battery. Smart app controls, I don't use the smart app controls. It doesn't force you to do that. Um, So here I'm just noticing that it's a 1,024 watt hour capacity. Good note is 3,000 plus recharge cycles, and that would drop its battery power to about 80%. So they're guesstimating about 10 years worth of use. I don't think anyone's used one for 10 years, but hey, we're going to give it a shot. So like I said, I'm going to use this on my little fridge. This is my little fridge here. It's about the size of like a hotel refrigerator. It's just our extra fridge that I have. So I'm going to plug this thing in here, see what it can do. So I could not figure out how much or how many watts this refrigerator uses. So I have to plug it in to actually figure that out. Looked all over it, couldn't find it. So here I'm just turning on my Ecoflow Delta 2. I've got it at 100%. And then I'm going to try to plug this joker in. So I'm not a refrigerator mechanic or anything like that. I don't really pay attention to what my refrigerators actually do. So when I plug this thing in, it does not initially pull any energy from the battery. And I wasn't sure why it was not doing that. So I'm guessing that when the compressor is running, it draws energy. When the compressor is not running, it doesn't draw any energy from the battery. So that's a good thing. So I'm guessing that the internal temperature reaches a certain coolness, then it stops the compressor running and it'll just rest. So when I plugged it in just now, it was actually in kind of that resting state. All right, so I have to wait a while to wait for that compressor to start to see how much energy this thing is actually going to draw when it starts running. So it has started at this point. It looks like it's drawing about 79 watts from the battery. If it were to continuously draw that 79 watts, it would go through it in about 12 hours. But they're a little bit better view. So like I was saying, it will actually get to that cooling point and then stop. My thought process is if you were to have a little refrigerator or your main refrigerator in a place where it's a lot hotter, it would draw more energy because that compressor would kick on more. So right now my house is not very hot, so it doesn't have to run that long to keep the internal temperature where it's programmed or whatever to be at. So like I said, it's still 99% full. The battery itself drawing 79 watts per hour. If it were to run for an hour, it would burn through the battery in 12 hours. So at this point, it's down at 79%, drawing about 70 76 watt hours, 9 hours left. At this point, it's actually about 5 p.m. When I started this test, I started at about 10 a.m. Get to 5 p.m., I've still got 79% of the battery left. So it's actually running very good. At this point, it's about 9 p.m. I've got 65% of the battery left. So from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. it went through only right just a hair more than a third of the battery. So in 11 hours it went through a third of the battery approximately. All right, on the next clip it's about 5 a.m. and it looks like there's 42% of the battery left. It's still drawing about 73 watts per hour when it's running. So from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m., about 19 hours, it looks like it used about 58% of the battery. Doing the math to burn it, to get to the point where it's burned through 100% of the battery, it would take about 32.7 hours. So I really like this battery. So if you could, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.